So,
what do we want to talk about?
what do we want to talk about? The words of Cody Rhodes.
There's a lot to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
New era, I guess, is where we should be starting this.
A lot changed after WrestleMania.
A lot has. You've been beefing with a lot of Roman fans throughout the last few weeks, saying, and I've been interjecting with better learn the words "the kingdom." Hopefully, they've learned the lyrics "the kingdom" because they do need it now.
He needs a new saying. You can't say "I need to finish the story" because he's finished the story.
I need to write a new book. That's what he'll go now. I need to write the next book.
Yeah. What a weekend it was. We did a watch along to both nights, and it didn't disappoint, did it?
No, it did not. It was quite.
So
quite
night
good.
one, I think night one, the highlight was IC title, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a best match, but I'll give a shout out to the opening match. Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley put on a great opening match.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously Becky Lynch had wasn't very well.
Strap throat and 102-degree fever. Like you're done.
But she gave it her all. But Mummy retained again.
Being played out by the people that wrote her song.
Yeah, that was an awesome entrance.
Whereas Becky decided to spoil her entire book as her entrance.
And then have a dress made of a suit made of her whole book lyrics as well.
Exactly.
Which I found was pretty cool that they did. I don't know who made her outfit, but that was pretty cool.
Exactly. It was interesting.
And then the ladder match. That was a one hell of a match.
Yes, it was.
It's up there for match of WrestleMania. It was very good. And tight was a split, as we predicted.
Exactly. They split the tag titles. It was needed. There are too many tag teams to have only one tag champ.
Yeah.
And what happened? We went into the Raw. We went into night 2 then, and night 2 the highlight was the main event. It was just it took everything. And for some weird reason, they started off with. It started off not being Bloodline rules. For Bloodline rules, they were playing Roman was playing a pretty normal match for the first 10 minutes.
I think we need to start the night. It started with a bang, didn't it?
Yeah, Batman came out, aka Drew McIntyre, with the Batman gauntlets.
Yeah.
That were made an hour before the show because his outfit got lost in the post.
Yeah.
Darn mailmen. I can just imagine a mailman in a kilt going around finding a package. Came out with swords. Scottish warrior style, all the swords. He's going to war. Seth came out with a mariachi band.
That was funny. And then what?
From a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. And they're all just walking around.
Very, very weird outfits.
And Seth came out as an owl. Dancing around.
He could actually walk at this point.
Although the commentator said he was being held by duct tape. We'll get back to that one. He's walking around just having a good time. Then Drew instantly hits a finisher in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Of the match. Then this match just becomes both of them spamming their finisher.
Yeah.
to the point where about the 6th time someone hit a finisher is when the match ended. And before that, Drew got out of the ring, took a phone off his partner, and bored at work. LOL. It was a great tweet.
Yeah.
At the time, we'll get into why that's at the time. It was a great tweet at the time. Then he goes in, wins the match, wins the belt, gets his moment, celebrates with his partner, then walks over like he said he would do, and rub it in CM Punk's face. To the point where CM Punk was actually okay with it at the beginning, but then he kind of did the gesture of putting the dick in the face kind of gesture to him, and that kind of was the last straw for CM Punk. And CM Punk grabbed him by the leg and whacked him down.
Wait, he took his thingy off on his arm first.
No. He swiped the leg first. He swiped the leg first, then got up. Then the commentator was like, "What are you doing, Punk? You're injured." And then he's taking the thing off. Surprise, surprise, he's not as injured as he was saying before this match.
Yeah.
And just beats him up with it. And then at the end of that, then you cue the Judgment Day meme with CM Punk's face, because CM Punk's face did the meme of getting interrupted by the Judgment Day, like.
Yeah.
And then look to the side shockingly. And what happened? Damien runs in. He's finally found the key to that case. Whacks Drew McIntyre in the face. Almost loses the case by doing that, by the way. When he hit Drew McIntyre, the case went flying towards the crowd. So he almost lost his briefcase as he was cashing in, by the way. He even admitted to this, that he almost lost it. It would have been very unfortunate. But then Samantha says he's cashing in, so we know it's official now. 1 South of Heaven. Quickly, 1, 2, 3. Your new World Heavyweight Champion, El Capitone, as he wants to call himself now.
And I called his name.
Yes, El Señor Champion.
I called the...
Yeah, what Finn Balor called him. Like Finn was listening to, like R-Truth was listening. And we got a tweet. We tweeted out about R-Truth. He liked our tweet, so this show is now brought to you by the R-Truth, the fan club. We love Truth.
Yeah. If you want to come on the podcast, you're more than welcome.
We know you're listening at some point. You
more
might as well.
Welcome.
Door's always open for you, Truth. We can talk about anything. We can even talk about Austria if you want.
And your days growing up in part of the Judgment Day.
And your love for John Cena from when you were a wee lad.
Yeah.
After that happened, Damien cashed in. All the Judgment Day were there to celebrate with him, which was nice. Drew McIntyre then took to Twitter to reply to his board at work saying, "Fuck." And then we had a street fight, which was just a street fight with a special guest referee.
Yeah.
It ended as you'd expect a special guest referee to end, by picking who he's going to decide who wins.
And then 2 random footballers just decided they wanted to turn up and be part of this.
No, that was in Rey Mysterio and Santos.
Oh, no, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That was Andrade, who was very good with Rey. They had some good combination moves. The one where Rey was on the shoulders of Andrade and they both jumped off.
Yeah.
That was a crazy move.
Yeah.
But then 2 American football, I have no idea who they are. People in America and people that may watch American football, you will know who they are. I personally don't watch that sport. The closest I've ever watched is maybe 1 Super Bowl, just to see what it was like. Other than that, no knowledge whatsoever. It's just a weird rugby to me. But anyway.
Yeah.
That has a lot more protection because you're wearing body armor.
Football is soccer.
Exactly. You like hand egg is what we used to call your shit. But yeah, that happened. Dom got betrayed by Andrade the night before. Maybe tonight we'll find out what happened to Dragon Lee, who actually attacked him. My money's on Carlito. I think he's turning at some point here. Possibly tonight.
Yeah.
Possibly tonight to make sure Rey Mysterio doesn't win that triple threat. Because coming into this match, Santos has denied. He was interviewed coming into the match, and Santos said Santos denied to the SmackDown interviewer of having any involvement in Dragon Lee's injury beforehand.
He definitely did.
No, but that's Santos Escobar saying he had nothing. So I believe Santos Escobar. I think it's Carlito that did it. Carlito's doing the Carmelo, like, oh no, no one was around. I didn't.
I was literally thinking Carmelo Hayes.
I didn't see it happen.
Oh, yeah.
Who could have done it? And I'm like, this story literally, even Dakota tried to do it, like, I've been attacked. I never saw who. It was damage control that attacked me daily. Forgive me. There's going to be a fallout between them two because Io's no longer champion. What's the dynamic between Dakota Kai and the rest of Damage Control now that they don't have the title?
I think Backlash you have Dakota Kai versus
Bailey.
We
might get that confrontation tonight.
I reckon. Yeah, I reckon that's the match for Backlash.
Yeah, probably will be. But then we have
my favorite's going to win the title.
And then we had the triple threat. The triple threat match. Kevin Owens also got hugged by Sammy. He hugged Sammy the day before and said, "You got this, Sammy," which helped Sammy. Sammy tried to return the favor. Didn't work out in the end, but he tried to return the favor. So God bless Sammy.
Great match, but we all knew Kevin was taking the pin on this one.
Yeah, it's the reason why he was still in the feud. He was protecting Randy. But speaking of that, they started off as a friend. They started off as Logan facing a 2v1 handicap match.
Yeah.
Because they were both just attacking Logan for like the first 10 minutes of the first 5 minutes of this match was them just beating up Logan.
Yeah.
Till Randy decided to almost RKO Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
And then Kevin's like, "Are we doing this now? What is this? What were you doing?" And then they said F it and they started attacking each other. Then it turned into an actual triple threat.
Yeah.
And you had Logan came in his truck with the Prime Ball mascot. Will it be KSI again? That's what we were wondering at the time, but it was a mascot. But then Kevin Owens came out in a golf cart because he saw the Prime Mobile. He went for the KO Mobile, which was a golf cart. Then he drove back to pick up Randy because he's like, Randy doesn't have a vehicle. Randy has to walk. Might as well pick him up.
Randy was not sure about it at first, but then did it anyway.
Yeah. Then later on, as Randy's about to win, he gets pulled by the Prime Bottle.
Yeah.
And it gets revealed to be I Show Speed.
Yeah. No one expected this.
Who begins to bark at Randy Orton. So which Randy Orton replies by putting down I Show Speed for good.
Yeah.
Drags him out of kicks him, drags him out of the outfit, brings him onto a table, and murders him.
Who wants I Show Speed versus Randy Orton at Backlash?
I'll tell you, Speed tried to get his own. Speed tried to get revenge. Speed tried to get revenge, Jono, on the stream today. He was playing WWE 2K24, him versus Randy. But then the AI RKO'd him again, and Speed fell over like he was getting RKO'd in real life. So Randy is still the superior. Randy has won 2 out of 3 games against him so far.
Nice.
So maybe one day the training will pay off and maybe he'll beat Randy.
Yeah.
It's very tough. The RKO is not. Kevin Owens, by the end of this match, gets knocked out by Randy.
Yeah.
But then Logan gets Randy out of the ring, gets him down. And then Kevin Owens is still knocked out from Randy earlier. So
Yeah.
then Logan just pins an unconscious Kevin Owens.
Yeah. And I love Kevin Owens, but going into tonight, we'll talk about Raw in a sec first. But going into tonight's triple threat match, I don't understand how he's lost twice for the US title, but is now in the picture for a triple threat against Cody.
I think it's on the fact that he's just. I think it's the fact that he's just Kevin Owens.
Yeah, when I saw that, it was a bit weird. Well, I love Kevin Owens, but you can't lose 2 matches for the US title and then go for the title above the US title.
Only Kevin Owens things, my friend. But yeah, then we beautiful main event. Everything that we wanted happened. The Avengers happened. I kind of knew the Avengers happened because they were very much saying that no one has heard from Cody. No one has
you called the Avengers for months.
For months, and they also kind of confirmed it with the fact that throughout when the show started, they said none of them have heard from Cody all day in that night too. Like no one has heard from Cody. I'm like, he's on the phone, making some calls.
Yeah.
Cool entrance though with the mask and the fire.
Oh, that was awesome, wasn't it?
Exactly.
New face of the company.
Beautiful. And even Roman's entrance was quite good. It was a remix of his theme with like the choir.
Yeah.
And then we got the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
Well, Raw after Mania, where Ilya Dragunov surprisingly showed up.
Yeah. A really good match against
Shinsuke
Nakamura. And really hard opponent to start with on the main roster, and he did it.
In his debut, he won, and then
he's a bit of a punching bag now, Nakamura, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was on that picture for a main event spot, but a lot recently he's just he's had multiple fights with Cody and was
Sammy.
Beating
had quite a few fights with Sammy. He won one match against Sammy and then lost the others.
Then he had one against Jay as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Jay beat him. He's just becoming a punching bag now.
Exactly.
He's Raw's answer to Solo Sikoa.
Exactly. Well, Ilya won. Ilya looked impressive. Ilya then got declared for the draft online.
Yeah.
Confirmation of the draft is happening at the end of this month.
Yeah, I put a post out before this. Let us know what you think on the post on our Twitter.
Always interesting time. But we start off with, the show started off with Triple H introducing your new Universal Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Comes out in a suit like he always does. Asks what does everyone want to talk about. And then The Rock wants you to smell what he's cooking.
Mm.
He showed up, got in the ring, and said, "Listen, Cody, can I hold your belt? It's a nice belt. Can I just hold it for a second?"
Cody said yes.
Cody's like, it's like, yes, but I want to hold your belt for a second. It's like, yeah, we can hold each other's belts for a second. It's a nice belt. It's a nice belt yourself. And I give the belt back, and then he goes like, "Cody, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to have to go away for a bit." And the crowd started singing, "Na, na, 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 hey, goodbye," to The Rock. But The Rock said he got to go away for a bit. But he said, "But when The Rock returns, Cody, whether you're champion or you're not champion, when The Rock returns, he's coming after you, Cody.
Yeah.
And then says, I got a gift for you, though. Put something in his hand. Says, you don't even have to look in your hand to know what I just gave you. Don't break The Rock's heart ever again.
Yeah.
Then leaves.
Yeah. And everyone believes that to be the watch.
That Dusty pawned off to help Cody in his younger days, money-wise.
Yeah.
Remains to be seen, but it's an interesting plot point if it is. But the whole thing about The Rock, I think this boils down to, I think the story that they're trying to tell is that The Rock was just hurt by the fact that Cody came out and after saying that The Rock could fight Roman at WrestleMania, then suddenly changing his mind without telling The Rock he was about to change his mind. He just kind of came out last second. Rather, because The Rock pointed out on Twitter before, at the start of this feud, like, you had plenty of time to tell The Rock what you were thinking.
Yeah.
Before I went out there. You made me look like an idiot. Yeah. I think that's like the whole motivation of The Rock being a bad guy against Cody is like, you lied to me. You could have told me.
Yeah, I definitely think it's building up to SummerSlam, that match.
Yeah. Because The Rock has to film a movie for a couple of months, and by the time that's done, it'll probably be around SummerSlam time.
Yeah, I reckon SummerSlam, you have... He'll rotate. Like, I don't see any of the guys in this match tonight, the next few weeks.
Yeah, he'll retain if he has a match.
The guy.
If he has a match at the castle, he'll retain there.
Yeah. Going all the way into SummerSlam, I think he'll retain at SummerSlam against The Rock.
He'll retain at Money in the Bank in Canada if he's there.
I think he'll retain all year, all the way to WrestleMania, and then it will be Randy.
Possibly. Speaking of another person that will be thinking about his final shooting soon, we have the Judgment Day that were celebrating their victory of Damien and Rhea. And R-Truth decided to join in the celebrations, thinking that he's back as a member of the Judgment Day. And Damien goes, we're not doing this anymore, Truth. We had this last month, so not anymore. And he goes, like, I'm trying to celebrate all of us. Now, I know how picky we are at members. I'm only half the tag team champions. And then Miz comes out and goes, Truth, I don't want to be in the Judgment Day. and you don't want to be either. Then Damien's like, he's not in the Judgment Day. Then the entire stadium chants, yes, he is. Back at Damien. To which Finn Balor goes like, fine, if you want to interrupt our celebration, how about we make your tag team reign the shortest of all time, and you versus me, two of us right now for the tag titles. And R-Truth says that's not possible because there's three of us. And they're like, three of you? There's two of you. And then Miz goes, three of us. You're not talking about we're talking about a real person and not your little Jimmy again. This man is like, yes, we're talking about a real person. And he goes, how about a 6-man tag match? You, me, the Miz, and the guy you can't see versus you guys. And then Finn's like, the guy we can't see, just confused. And then JD McDonough's like, let me get this straight. You want to fight us with you, the Miz, and a person we can't see. You're on. And then Miz goes like, Truth, I want to actually physically see our partner. What do you do? And he goes like, you will, don't worry. And then Judgment Day starts beating them up before the match starts. And then halfway through the match, when JD's beating up the Miz, then we hear the John Cena music play. And he comes out fashionably late for the hot tag. And then they all do John Cena's signature and finisher.
That was awesome.
Each member of the match. First of all, like when they all three get them on the ground, then you see John Cena look at R-Truth, goes like, we're gonna do it. It's like R-Truth was down to do it. Then he had to turn to the Miz because I don't know if you remember this, John, but a few months ago, the Miz and John Cena were actually feuding because the Miz was a bad guy. So that's why John Cena had to go, Miz, go up there. Why
Yeah.
not? And the Miz
Yeah.
is like, all right. And they all did they did the 5th, instead of the 5 knuckle shuffle, because there's 3 of them, the 15 knuckle shuffle, as Michael Cole called it. And then they all did an attitude adjustment to win the match.
Yeah.
Very interesting match. Then we had the draft talk where they're like, Nick Aldis goes like, great work you did recruiting Andrade. It's a shame I'm going to steal him in the draft.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then he goes like, listen, there's plenty of people on NXT and SmackDown that would look very good on Monday nights.
Yeah.
And then Chelsea Green goes, Adam, and she goes, and then Adam Pearce goes, anyone want to trade right now? And she demands justice for not being on the WrestleMania. How dare you leave Chelsea Green out of it? She goes like, I want my WrestleMania moment tonight. And then Adam goes, you're in luck. We have a special opponent for you right in that ring right now. Isn't that right, Nick? It's like, yep, I'm a special opponent right from SmackDown here tonight.
Yeah.
Waiting for you. And she goes out ready for a moment. Then Jade Cargill comes out. She instantly goes, I did not agree to this. End the match right now. But then Jade kicks her in the face and ends it in like 2 seconds.
It was so funny.
Where she did like, no, cancel the match. I did not agree to this. Cancel.
She got that moment.
Exactly. Not the one. Sammy had his celebration with his Intercontinental Champion, interrupted by Imperium, where Ludwig Kaiser called Sami Zayn a bum and a peasant. Which I honestly thought he was about to go in the ring and just do Sami Zayn a makeover, trim the beard. He said, you don't look like a champion, trim the beard, on the powder keg. What I thought Ludwig Kaiser was about to do. Chad Gable comes with the system. We have a tag match between the two of them. And then Sammy comes up and goes like, I reckon we're even because of that. He goes, wait, what? And he goes like, I'm only joking. I know what you actually want. You have your title match next week.
Yeah.
In my hometown of Montreal, Canada.
Yeah.
Which Chad Gable said he didn't ask for it to be in Sammy's hometown, so don't. He said in the interview afterwards, the thing, so no one complained to me when Sammy and the entire stadium is crying.
Yeah. I love Gable, but I don't think he'll do it.
No, but the way Gable's talking, he sounds like he's about to turn like a bad guy. When he's talking, don't blame me when they're all crying.
Yeah, I don't think Sammy will drop it straight away.
Especially in front of his home.
Yeah.
It can be cruel to make him drop his first title defense in his home country when he drops.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good match, but I don't think he'll.
I think they may turn. I don't know what a heel Chad Gable looked like, but I think they may turn Chad Gable heel after this.
Yeah.
He's seeming a bit darker in recent.
I don't think he'll hold the title long. Don't think he'll hold the IC title long. Because
that's what I'm saying. They may do a trilogy with Chad Gable. Like Chad Gable gets more and more darker each time they fight. You get me?
Because I think Sammy will be in the picture for that Money in the Bank contract.
But that's what I'm saying. I think you might do a trilogy with Chad Gable and Sammy. Where Chad Gable gets more and more darker and eventually wins by getting darker and darker. His tactics. Because his whole point with WrestleMania was Sammy to change his mindset of how he approaches things. What if Chad now needs to change his mindset?
Yeah.
In fact, Chad says with training with Sammy, he now knows Sammy's weaknesses. He might be too nice to use those weaknesses in the first match, but then maybe in the second or third match go like, no more Mr. Nice Guy, I'm using your weaknesses against you this time.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe. That's what I think.
I agree, yeah.
After that, you had the Drew McIntyre come out and say that his moment was ruined by the bondage Undertaker, and said, "I would whip your ass, but you'd probably like it." And the crowd were laughing at him for only holding the title for 5 minutes, and he said that's 5 minutes longer than most of you will last in bed. What Drew said. But then he said it wasn't Damien that fully ruined his moment. It was that coward CM Punk is probably gone away for a bit into hiding. And he said, it's on sight if I see you.
And he didn't go into hiding.
No, he did hide, but under the ring the entire time. And then at the end of the speech, he gets interrupted before he can finish the speech by, it's just me, Oos. They want it. And Pat McAfee's doing it, and then Drew McIntyre throws a microphone at Pat McAfee. Because Pat McAfee's doing Jey Uso's dance.
We would love the Jey Uso dance.
And then you have the match between Ricochet, Bronson Reed, Jey Uso, and Drew McIntyre for the number one contender for Damian Priest's championship.
Good match.
Jey Uso very much bandaged up from his ribs that he speared his brother off the ramp from.
That's
For some reason, he still decided to do the Uso splash with what looked like broken ribs. Probably hurt them. At least bruised ribs.
That was such a good spear.
And then in this match, at one point, both Ricochet and Jey Uso super kicked Drew McIntyre. Then they both super kicked Bronson Reed twice. They actually knocked down Bronson Reed.
Yep.
And then there was one spot where Bronson Reed was on a table, like knocked out. And then Ricochet gets on the ring, looks at Samantha, his fiance, and says, I'm sorry. Because Samantha doesn't know the scripts. She deliberately asked to not know the scripts so that she can genuinely give. I found out so for her to give a genuine reaction, she's asked to never see the scripts that everyone else sees.
Yeah.
She never acts. That's why she's genuinely emotional when Cody wins. She doesn't actually know who's going to win the match. So with that moment, Ricochet had to turn to his fiance and apologize, say, I'm sorry, as he's about to now jump over the Yolanda Bronson Reed on a table from the ring.
Yeah, that was sick.
So they're taking out the match. Then it's just Jey and Drew left in the fight. And the match goes, first it's pretty even, then Drew takes control, does a future sock DDT signature, then gets ready for his finisher, the Claymore, does the 3, 2, 1. Then he gets stopped by something. You're like, wait, what? Then zoom down. CM Punk once again grabbing the foot of Drew McIntyre. He wasn't hiding, but he was hiding in plain sight. He was hiding under the ring the entire match.
Yeah.
And he fucked with him again to delay him enough that Jey Uso could hit the spear one more time. And then do the frog splash, the Uso splash, whatever you want to call it, to win the match and become the number one contender. And then Drew McIntyre and then CM Punk ended it by doing this.
Yeah.
Helping his new best buddy that they saw hockey together recently.
Yeah. But wasn't there something else? What would Cody say? What do you want to talk about? CM Punk. Something else happened with CM Punk, didn't it? On another brand?
Oh, I think CM Punk became the most talked about superstar ever. I'll have to tell you, before the thing, it's literally CM Punk went on an interview, Jono, if you know this, before WrestleMania.
Yep.
Where he completely said a particular company was not very good at business. And he wanted to leave. He was told, no, you're not leaving. They'll make you a brand new show for you.
Yep.
And then before a match, he tells that said boss, who's very active on X. He likes to argue a bunch of times on X. But anyway, he goes on to that, goes like, listen, you sort out this man that I have beef with, or I will, and you won't like what I do. But it wasn't sorted out. And then before his CM Punk's match at Wembley, he sorts it out.
Yeah, he did. He definitely sorted it out.
Get him a little choke, but we never knew what happened. We just knew there was a fight. CM Punk finished his match at Wembley and then got fired the next day, where Tony Khan said he never feared for his life as much as he did. Fast forward a year later, John. Would you believe it's been a year since that?
It's mad. Isn't it?
Yeah, mad. You would think you would drop something like this after a year and just forget about it. But no, CM Punk's interview made you very mad. So you're like, we're telling our side of the story, damn it. Can't let this slide. Come Wednesday, we're showing all the footage. And the publicity. And while you're at it, maybe you'll stay for the rest of the matches. They're kind of cool. Please. We'll watch our matches. We got Samoa Joe versus the other Rhodes. I know you're not as fond as Cody Rhodes' brother, but he's there in the main event. Come on, watch it.
Watch him finish his story.
Exactly. We know you're here for the Punk stuff, but come on, watch Dustin Rhodes. It is a Rhodes. May not be the Rhodes you care about, but it is a Rhodes. Versus a Samoan. Might not be the Samoan you wanted, but it is technically the same event.
Yeah.
So they get the Young Bucks to come out and air the footage for some reason out of their character. They just sort of air it. It's pretty much what we expect. CM Punk walks towards this person. This person gets into his face a bit. CM Punk then gets him in a headlock choke. And then they get separated. And
Which
CM
was
Punk goes
exactly
after
what
his
Punk
match.
said. He said that he didn't
Yeah.
punch him. He didn't punch him.
Mm.
He choked him, like he said.
Exactly. And everyone's wondering what this had to do with the show. What was this relevant for? It essentially was just a play to get people to watch the show, but is it going to get anyone to stay? Probably not.
If anything, it's just made them look idiots.
It's made them look like they're not getting over something that CM Punk hasn't talked about them other than that interview because he was asked.
What even Edge on a promo said that they need to get back to wrestling.
I need to forget about the drama and all the past.
And
You
then
gotta move
a week
forward.
later,
Yeah.
they do that.
And then they get their other star, Will Ospreay, to start calling out Triple H. You see, Will Ospreay did a promo saying the only reason he's in that boss is in the job is because he's grinded on the boss's daughter. It's a weird promo.
Hear me out. I have a plan. War Games.
AEW versus WWE.
Let's do it. AEW versus WWE. It needs to happen. There's people on both brands linked with both plans in the past. There's people who used to be on WWE on AEW, vice versa. Cody, Punk, maybe another person in the pipeline.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. But like, it's very funny that they made CM Punk so over, more so than he ever did when he was working in that company.
Indeed.
And what was also extremely funny to me was when Punk then tweeted an image on his Instagram of mission accomplished after that show.
Yeah.
And Grayson Waller decided to take the piss, saying he was releasing footage of him and Austin Theory beating up everyone in the back, the men and the women of the roster.
I reckon there'll be some sort of little dig at AEW tonight.
And then Drew McIntyre made a reference saying, time to review the tape to absolutely humiliate and destroy. But then he changed it at the end. Instead of talking about CM Punk, he said Damian Priest.
Yeah.
So he made it seem like he was talking about the Punk tape. and then mentioned he was just talking about Damian Priest.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon
Drew's bringing that up in one of his promos against CM Punk.
Oh, 100%. There's going to be some sort of little dig at AEW tonight, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll see. You got Jade on SmackDown. She might mention something.
Yeah. Can we just take a second to say how fucking good she is.
I did say it was mainly going to be her versus Damage Control in that match.
She is so good.
But
She could be as good as Rhea.
I'm saying she's very seductive when she does the pin. Like she does this every time. You see that? Like every time she does the pin, she always does that.
Yeah, she is gonna be so good. I don't know if you saw my tweet yesterday. I said one woman signed for AEW, both were free agents. One stayed AEW, one signed for WWE. Cargill made the right decision.
You see, Sasha Banks wanted money. That's what the only reason she didn't sign for WWE, because they didn't offer her the money she wanted.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Sasha Banks. She wanted more money than, say, the likes of Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, the other horsewomen. She wanted more than all of them.
Yeah.
Which is just weird, given that you're out of the company that you're vending, like the company's mainstays that stayed.
Yeah.
And also, CM Punk will appear both nights of the draft.
Yeah.
Will he be announcing him and Drew? Will he be announcing where Drew goes on the draft?
They will announce them together. Me and Drew.
Me and Drew will be gracing your screens on Friday. I can't wait. No, but you honestly have to make him announce Drew. That's what I would do. I make him announce where Drew McIntyre is going, just to piss off Drew.
Yeah. What changes would you make on the draft to the current roster?
Interesting. To be honest, I'd make it where Sammy and Kevin are back on the same show. I think they work better together.
I agree, yeah. Where though? Raw or SmackDown?
I don't think it
Yeah, you've got to... Oh no, because of the title.
I think they would do well on SmackDown. I think Logan might do better on like a Raw with the Judgment Day. Because Logan has been talking about being friendly with the Judgment. We know he's friendly with Dominic.
That doesn't work. The tag titles though, and what they've been building there with the little faction between the new tag champs.
True, but for all we know, they might have a short reign of tag champ. We don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We could end up doing what they did last time with the women's titles. Remember, the last time they had the Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown, and the SmackDown Women's Champion drafted to Raw. That's why they had to change the belts.
Yeah,
for their new reservations.
Yeah, that could work.
I just found that really weird that when they did the draft last time, like Monday Night Raw draft SmackDown's Women's Champion. Like, where it was.
I do agree though. Cody would be not Cody. We all know where Cody's going. Let's be honest. Yeah. Logan would be better on Raw. I agree.
Because we know how much chemistry he gets on with Dominic.
I think LA Knight should go to Raw.
Yeah. I think we give the Judgment Day and Logan some fresh new opponents rather than the usual ones at SmackDown. I think maybe you bring the IC title to SmackDown as well, you know?
Yeah.
Basically swap the mid-card titles to different brands.
Yeah.
New eyes.
I agree.
And like I'm saying, I would love to see Sammy and Kevin at least back interacting on screen. Because we saw how great their interaction and the pop that they got for that small segment at WrestleMania where they ran into each other.
Then
people still love them together.
One of their dream matches is to face each other at WrestleMania.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of building that up, have them being a tag team again.
You could have it that Sammy retains and then has that dream match against him at next WrestleMania for the IC title.
Possibly.
He retains all year.
Possibly, but but all in all, I do, because you saw how big and everyone cheered when Kevin showed up to be the last person to motivate Sammy before coming out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's what bought the crowd on Sam. I think the crowd was still up in the air about Sammy winning until that one moment of him walking through everyone, and then the last person being Kevin. I think that's what sold the crowd. Like, oh, we're rooting for Sammy fully now.
Yeah.
Sammy's time. Because they did a poor build up for that match, because everything was building up. Like I said, everything was building up for Chad, story wise, and then they gave us Sammy out of nowhere, story wise, what they were telling. But I think they brought people back story wise on just that entrance segment for Sammy. Like everyone with his wife, his kid, then his coach in Chad Gable, then his best friend being the last person to motivate him. I think that's what sold like that was a better build up than their entire week's build up beforehand.
Yeah. On Sammy though, last year at WrestleMania, he ended the tag reign.
The longest reigning tag reign.
And then this year he's rendered
the longest reigning IC champion.
Yeah. Very special. Do you think he'll ever get that world title? Or
and he needs it. And that's his main goal. He said he wants to prove today, so he needs to drop this. He needs to drop this title at some point soonish.
Yeah. So many people.
That picture.
It's so many people going for that heavyweight title, though. There's more people in the running for the heavyweight at the moment. You would think for the heavyweight title than the undisputed. Like, you've got Punk, Drew, potentially Sammy, Gunther, all going that they could all be champion and hold that title. And then obviously Damien. And then I'm sure Seth will come back as well. Or with Seth, or maybe Seth gets drafted to SmackDown. And he's in the picture for Cody's title instead. Very interesting to see what happens. Gunther versus Cody would be one hell of a match. In my opinion. Let us know in the chat what feuds you'd be interested in seeing in the new era.
Yeah, like you were saying before, there is a lot of like people competing for that title. But
yeah, that's what you're saying though. Gunther, maybe Gunther's drafted to SmackDown. That could be one hell of a match, Gunther versus Cody.
Yeah, Gunther because SmackDown. But like with Sammy going after any of the titles, you could literally have this. If say Sammy was still stuck with the Judgment Day, you could bring back the whole him saying he was going to be the anti-Judgment Day and do a story of him fighting Damien because of that.
Yeah.
It depends. We're in an era like, do you have a long title reign again, or do you have a couple of transitional champions again?
Because Punk's definitely going to win that title.
Gunther, I would assume Drew again at some point.
Gunther has to win a top title, in my opinion. He's too good not to.
I think Drew kind of has to in Scotland.
Yeah, 100%. Drew. I'm calling Punk versus Drew.
Drew either has to win it in Scotland or come in as champion in Scotland. That's the only two scenarios I have of that.
A little break here. We've both put our name down to go to Clash of the Castle.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get tickets when they come out, when they get announced.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. Fun weekend. I'm going to go SmackDown and Clash of the Castle. So that'll be a lot of fun. And
Pretend to be Scottish for the day, totally not insult anybody.
I'm calling the main event of that night will be Drew versus Punk.
It'll be a great match if it is. To be fair, I would like it
because he's definitely going to have a main event in.
Yeah, Drew is definitely there. It's just CM Punk is his only current feud that you would kind of
and that is the feud that's everyone's talking about.
Yeah,
and I don't think if that's the big feud, his big feud this year, I don't think you're going to do it at SummerSlam, because why would you if you could do it in his hometown?
Yeah, but his whole point is that he doesn't get to see his family that much because he's in America.
So, like when he had that big feud against Roman last time at Clash of the Castle, I reckon it's going to be against Punk.
Exactly, but this time you actually have his home rather than the Welsh cheering him.
Then I think Drew wins that one, and then there is a rematch, and then that is at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I think Punk will eventually beat him, but I think there's two matches. I think first Punk loses at Clash of the Castle. Then there's a rematch,
and then Punk puts it down to you only won because you had the crowd on you. You had the Scottish crowd, you know. You bastard. Yeah, but Clash of the Castle is going to be a good day, so we're going to definitely try and get tickets to go for it because it's the one PLE that's actually close to the two of us. Bit of travel for the two of us, but it is close to the two of us. It's kind of in the middle.
It's got a few European ones this year.
Yeah, it's more European ones than last year anyway.
I'm glad that I put my name down for both, because obviously I went to SmackDown last year before.
Yeah, for Money in the Bank, but you didn't go for the actual Money in the Bank match.
And what an event it was! With obviously Jay getting the pin against Roman in the tag match, to set up the SummerSlam match. So.
But we're going into a new era, Clash of the Castle, new era. It's been the best it's ever been. I think we're in the best period that wrestling has ever been. As much as many people may like the Attitude Era and with the era that I grew up in, with the John Cena's, the Rey Mysterios, the Edges, the Batistas, I think story-wise we're in one of the best eras that we've had.
The Triple H era,
or as Cody likes to call it now and again, the Renaissance era.
Yeah.
That's what he's going into France with, the Renaissance.
And it's just fitting that our intro has his music.
Exactly.
And they're now calling it the Triple H era.
Yep. Generation X. Or as R-Truth likes to call it, Regeneration X. Once again, I'd like to remind everyone we are the R-Truth fan club.
We've got a bit of time. We've got half an hour to SmackDown. So
LA Knight has tweeted, "Let me hear you, Detroit, with everybody saying."
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so we have
the triple threats. The matches we have tonight is we have the triple threat. Kevin Owens, as Johnno discussed, doesn't know why he's in this picture. The fact that he's lost the US title twice.
I love it, but I don't understand why.
One of my favorite childhood wrestlers in Rey Mysterio, now part of his LWO. I have a sneaky feeling Carlito turns on him tonight. I'm calling it. If it's not tonight, it's happening soon, but Carlito's turning at some point. And AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, who had his music changed at WrestleMania. So we'll finally actually get to hear it because he kind of interrupted his own theme song the last time by running to the ring to try and beat up LA Knight quickly. And then the other one, you have LA Knight. Yeah. Versus Bobby Lashley.
It's going to be a good match.
People love Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley quite good. And you have one of the bad guys of the century because of one line. In this match, you have
Santos Escobar.
I think LA Knight wins. And I reckon it's LA Knight versus...
I reckon we run back the WrestleMania match. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's going to be Styles versus LA Knight again.
And then I'm going LA Knight wins. It's LA Knight versus...
I'm going to go AJ, but we'll save our predictions until we have the two people that actually win these triple threats. Then we'll make a prediction for next week, Jono, when we actually have the confirmed. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention there was a thing on Monday night of white static. The arena kind of cut out and there was white noise and static. And then the arena cut back on, weird music playing. People reckon it's a reference to Uncle Howdy. There was a reference at the end of the Bray Wyatt documentary with the lantern of Bray Wyatt got turned on at the very end of the thing.
Yeah.
It got put out throughout. It was out throughout the entire documentary. At the very end, it lit up again.
Yeah. I don't know who will do it, but there is rumors they're going to do something with
Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy was the brother of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
That was Bo.
Yeah.
Bo Dallas was Uncle Howdy.
Yeah. I think he's coming back.
And I think they're starting to tease it, like he's going to come back to basically give the spirit of Bray Wyatt storytelling back in the thing. It'd be a shame just to get rid of all of Bray Wyatt's ideas just because he's gone, because he was a very creative mind. Rest in peace.
Yeah, definitely.
But it'd be interesting to get some of his ideas that he had written down come to fruition even without him.
Yeah. So, we've got a bit of time. New era. Let's play a little game. We'll go through the champs and we say who we think will be the one to dethrone them eventually.
Yeah,
if it's next Mania or if it's in a few months or whatever.
Okay. Which champ we're starting with?
Let's start with Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, LA Knight.
LA Knight. Yeah. I agree with that. I think that feud's been coming for ages. And I think it's what everyone wants. I think a lot of people thought that would be the feud for WrestleMania. But I think it's going to be the feud for SummerSlam. Sami Zayn.
Ooh, a tough one. I'm gonna go bizarre one, and I'm gonna say it's not really bizarre because I did mention it earlier, but I'm gonna go with returning Sheamus.
Yeah.
I feel like Sheamus finally needs to become Grand Slam. Sheamus has been around the WWE for ages, and he's never been Grand Slam champion, and that's the one belt he has not won. The IC title.
I'm going to go a bit left field as well. Because I think he needs a title. And he'll get an opportunity because they're friends. And I don't think he's going to win his heavyweight title match. I'm going to go. Main event. Jey Uso. He's going to get his friends going to get a title match.
Yeet.
Because I don't think he'll win the match against Damian.
Yeah. We'll go with the Raw Tag Team Champions.
Ooh, Raw Tag Team Champions.
I'm going to be honest with you with this one. You could really only say two options because Austin Crews are good guys. They're baby faces. There's too many baby face tag teams on Raw. You only have two bad guy tag teams, Imperium and the Judgment Day.
Yeah. I'm going to go Judgment Day, get it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that too, mainly because our crew started to get involved with the Judgment Day again. That I think that feud's gonna continue.
Yeah, and I reckon it will be Dominic and thingy.
And maybe your future speed champion, JD McDonald.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd be
tag
interested-
team
I'd be
I'd love
interested to see
I'd love to
Dominic
see
and
Finn. I'd love to see Finn and JD tag. You know, both being Irish, both
yeah,
came from the same wrestling school in Ireland.
I heard of
Way.
a trend. Yeah, that could work. Let's
And
go SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
a lot of options, SmackDown, Skyler.
I am gonna go for Solo Sikoa
Ooh.
and the newest member of the Bloodline,
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu.
Oh, good choice, good choice. I'm also going to be left field. I'm going to go with a weird one for you here. I'm going to say Kevin Owens makes up with Randy Orton, and they win the tag titles just to mess with Logan again.
Fair enough.
And to eventually they turn on each other again, you know? Kind of like play for the friendship.
Big one next. Rhea Ripley.
Oh. The only credible, to be honest, she's feuding with Liv Morgan at the moment, but do we really see Liv Morgan? I love Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I can't see it. I don't.
Liv Morgan did attack her with a chair on Monday. I forgot to mention that. Kind of just showed up with a chair and just whacked her with it.
Mine's a left field one because of the draft. Cargill will be the one to dethrone Rhea Ripley. I think that'd be
Possibly. You could also have her. You could also have with the other one, like Bailey, but like you could.
I just think that would be one hell of a feud.
I think what you could also feud, you could also throw a left field of Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
They're both cover stars of WWE.
Yeah.
Realistically, Bianca is probably the only main star that Rhea Ripley hasn't beaten.
Yeah.
And maybe you save a Jade match for when Jade's a bit more ready.
I'd have this argument for anyone. Jade's winning the title this year. She is winning the title against someone. 100%. She is so fucking good.
We'll go to the other women. We'll go to Bailey.
My favorite, Dakota Kai.
I knew you were going to say Dakota Kai.
Will be women's champion.
I'm going to go like you with the other one, but I'm going to say Jade for this one.
Okay.
I will go with the other women. We'll go with the Kabuki Warriors. The women tag champions.
That is hard. I'm going to say, before she wins the title, a Cargill tag with Bianca Belair.
Yeah, you could use that as a storyline to make Jade a bad guy, a bad girl, and then she goes after Bailey and stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think that would be one hell of that.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be either Cargill. It's going to be a combination of two between Naomi, Bianca, and Jade. Two of them are going to eventually take the tag titles.
Yeah,
because I thought that's what they were going for WrestleMania before they injected Jade into the feud. I thought it was going to be Naomi and Bianca versus the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, 100%.
But then they wanted to make it a squash match by adding Jade into it. But Well, that's what happened now. Have we gotten to
No, we haven't done Damien yet. Have we? No.
Damian Priest?
Damien Priest.
Fuck it, CM Punk.
Yeah, I think CM Punk will win it. I don't think he'll win it off Damien.
It's like a joke. He pretends to be friends with Damien and then just blindsides him.
Yeah, I think end of the year, CM Punk is champ, but he is defeated by Drew. Drew McIntyre will defeat him. Set up the match.
So you think Drew walks into Scotland being champion?
Yeah. No. Right. No. So he'll Drew will lose. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Drew will go into, and then it'll be. So I don't think he'll have the title very long. There was a lot of more heat on him last year when he won that than there is now.
Yeah.
So because of that, I don't think he will, and I think he'll only have the title for a while.
So you think Damien is going to be a transitional champion rather than a long reign?
Yeah.
That's the question we got to go. We've ended quite a few very long title reigns. That's the big question Triple H now needs to go. Do we go for another long title reign?
Then after that, I think Punk could have a title reign.
Do we get what's the balance here between title reigns? We came off for example, Roman. We came off 3 years as a champion.
Yeah, but then again, Gunther, it's so hard for the title.
I think Gunther came off a year.
Yeah, Gunther could easily become world champion and hold it for a year.
Exactly.
Easily.
I figure he does by the time Bash in Berlin happens. He will win one of them.
Yeah.
And then I think you have Ilya versus Gunther.
Yeah.
Because they had banger matches in on NXT UK. You know when NXT used to have a branch off in the UK called NXT UK?
Yeah.
Back in the day. Back then, Ilya was on that show as well. And Ilya had quite a few world-class matches against Walter at the time was Gunther's name before he became Gunther.
I also want to see a feud between Gunther and the other guy just called up from NXT. Braun Breaker. So many good feuds there.
Because Bash in Berlin you're gonna have to have Ilya there because Ilya, even though Ilya is getting introduced that he's from Russia, he was born in Russia, but he moved to Germany at the age of 5.
Mm-hmm.
So he grew up in Germany. Although he's Russian, he grew up very much from the age of 5 in Germany, which is why the entire German fans view him as German.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's why he speaks German, even though he gets introduced to Russia. It's why he has a German accent, because he's been in Germany his entire life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The NXT Championship.
Well, Ilya is going to be on the main event at some point, so he's just going to leave it anyway. I think Trick wins it.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Trick holds it for a year, and then he comes up to the main roster next year.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kamala Harris, he'll come up now in the draft.
It's very hard as the NXT North American Championship because it's held by a beast in Obafemi.
He looks really good, doesn't he?
He looks like a future Gunther, like the man that he's intimidating.
Yeah, he's another one, I think. Given time will.
He's as menacing as Omos, but just with actual wins.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, given time, I think that'd be another one who will get a call up.
He's feuding with Ivar at the moment, so maybe Ivar takes the North American Championship off him eventually. I know
Yeah.
Ivar just came down to NXT in the last time. Not in his Viking gear. He was actually surprisingly, Ivar was wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, they're building a new character there, I think.
I think maybe he gets drafted to NXT. Ivar. Bring him back down for a bit. And speaking of which, also after their weird street fight ending, the Final Testament showed up in NXT too.
Yeah.
To take out the new tag champs, which Braun Breaker lost his tag champs, which is very weird. It was a repeat of the match Stand and Deliver, where Braun and Corbin won a Stand and Deliver, but then lost the Tuesday afterwards.
I think he's getting called up.
What, Corbin?
Corbin, and they're going to
You think they're going to be a tag team on the main roster, maybe win a tag championship on the main roster? Corbin used to be on main roster, then he got demoted to NXT, and he's reinvented himself quite a lot at NXT. And I think the executives have been very impressed with how the NXT crowd loved the dynamic between Braun and Corbin together.
Yeah, that's why I think it'll work.
We'll see when it comes to the draft, but yeah. Braun Breaker said his goodbyes to the NXT universe as he becomes fully main roster now. He's not double jobbing. And Axiom and Fraser are tag champions, which I can only say they might lose to the Authors of Pain, who showed up from the Final Testament to attack them after they won.
Yeah. Do we think with the with Braun Breaker, do we think we could see a bit of build on that story with being the next?
Possibly now, since he doesn't have his tribal chief.
Because they've hinted at it, at the relationship with Paul Heyman.
Exactly. We should also bring out the women's NXT champion. Sadly, at Stand and Deliver, my fellow Irish woman, Valkyrie, she lost,
Yeah.
Roxanne becoming the one of the few, I think there's only 3 in history that won the NXT Women's Champion twice. 2 times. She's a heel now. She actually showed up also on Raw.
Yeah.
And beat up Indy Hartwell. To the dismay of Candice LeRae, who's getting more and more angry at the situation.
Dude.
Candice LeRae is betraying her teammate very soon. I can always tell.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe she gets drafted up and someone else wins the NXT Women's Championship. Who knows?
Yeah. I think it's always a hint when they get called up. They did it with Braun. They've done it with
when they have a weird match on main roster.
Actually, what Dragunov this week? You had Carmelo Hayes in the
especially when they beat the main roster person on the thing. I think if they weren't getting drafted up, they would lose the main roster fight.
Carmelo Hayes did well in the
Finn one, but the thing is, against Finn, they made Finn win because that's how you knew he wasn't getting called up straight away. Because they still had Finn win that match.
Yeah, because that was for the tournament for against Logan Paul, wasn't it?
No, he wasn't with that. He just showed up. In the tournament with Logan Paul, he was against Kevin Owens for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Where he lost against Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
But beat his first opponent in that.
Yeah. So, he's definitely going to call up. There's so much potential talent. Do you know who I think will also be in that main event picture as well when he eventually makes this decision? Which I think he already has. But keep telling you, they're not going to.
That's right.
Yeah, they're not going to keep mentioning his name on WWE and let Cody speak about him when he's the face of the company if there's not a chance he's coming on.
Ronda Rousey is completely taking shots at Logan Paul.
Really?
Ronda Rousey says he's great on the mic. He does a great job on the mic. I wish I was allowed the time to rehearse that he gets. Ronda, you a shit. Let's be honest. I wish you all the best, but you were not a WWE fighter.
Yeah, definitely not.
You're good at You're good in the UFC.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't correlate. So you can't do both sometimes. Two different
Here's
worlds.
the question. With this merger and being a new era, do we think we're going to see that soon? Some call-ups from...
possibly.
I think it's inevitable they do it, but I'm not sure when.
Possibly, but I think you got to be very careful because not everyone can do both. Whereas UFC is more fighting, WWE you have to entertain and tell a story while fighting. It's not just look at me, I'm strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
some people like Ronda Rousey couldn't do both. You get me?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's inevitable that they do it. Both being part of the same company now.
I think the only ones that could really do it because he talks shy anyway is like Conor McGregor. He talks through his ass regardless.
I'd love Conor McGregor.
But I'm saying he could cut a promo because he literally talks shy for a living anyway most days.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes versus Conor McGregor WrestleMania.
No, you have Jake Paul's dream match against Conor McGregor, but it's Logan Paul versus Conor McGregor, but in WWE instead of boxing.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes tweeted out a happy birthday to his brother. His brother says, "Thanks, champ."
His brother was asked if he's happy on AEW, wasn't he?
Mm.
He said yes, but I don't believe him.
I mean, you're under contract, so you kind of have to just say yes. Doesn't matter.
It's funny that Cody basically started that now. No, he's champion of the opposition. But yeah, we've got 8 minutes to SmackDown, and a very, very, very angry Tribal Chief. What did you think of his tweet? I put out the proper version. I don't know if you saw. He was actually listening to.
I'm exercising to adrenaline in my soul.
I just saw an opportunity and I thought I have to do it to annoy Roman fans.
Ronda Rousey apparently told a story about she asked for why do we have to call it the Women's SmackDown title if the men don't have to say it's the Men's Intercontinental Championship. And maybe Ronda is because they don't have a Women's Intercontinental Championship, so there's only one Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, we were saying the other day that I think they do. They need to do one. They need to do a
Vince's response apparently to being asked this by Triple H about Ronda's concerns, why does she have to always call it the SmackDown Women's Championship? He says, "Get out of here with that woke bullshit." Now we're going to call it the women's title because they're fucking women.
Yeah, I do think there needs to be a women's continental.
I think it's a good job by NXT to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Because there's so many women that like can put on good matches, but they're not that main event caliber yet.
Definitely.
Like a mid-card title, say an Intercontinental Championship. You you saw her against like Jade Cargo, like that's an Ivy heel of Chelsea Green with an IC title or something, which would be brilliant, you know.
Yeah. And the world we live in, I'm not sure why there isn't yet.
And I don't have to bring out one for like both men's side title, but even one like a women's IC title or a women US title.
Yeah. United States Intercontinental Women's Championship.
Exactly.
That's a mouthful.
The women's globe we bought in a store title.
We also need a women's speed title.
We have a delusional person here on Twitter kind of saying AEW's ratings went up about 30% in the week. Yet somehow no one is saying, maybe WWE shouldn't have spent its week talking about AEW. I don't know if you're paying attention, pal, but it only went up just because people were tuning in just to see the footage, and then they all left again. You still can't fill out a stadium. There's about the only stadium you can fill out is England, but that's just because the London fans are so starved of wrestling they'll go to anything.
It's all in bloody America, but not this year. Quite a few European shows, yay!
No, but that's why AEW sold out, like all in Wembley, because you were so starved of stuff that everyone just packed into it.
Yeah, and the only reason Wembley's bigger than the O2. It's the only reason. If WWE went to London,
were in Wembley, they would fill Wembley WWE in like a week.
Not even that.
The tickets would get sold out instantly for Wembley.
Why do you think people are getting so excited about a WrestleMania in England?
Yeah.
Like, just think. Say it's in like
if that
4
ever
or 5
happens,
years.
it's breaking my bank account. It's my bank account's going to yell at me. Like, no.
Yeah. Like, they say it's in like 4 or 5 years, and the new, say, United Stadiums, and their capacity they're looking at that is like 110,000, and that's only the seat. So how many people could you fit on the field as well if they did? That could be 150,000 people watching WrestleMania in Manchester easily. So I think it's in Edinburgh. I'm not sure when though. I think it will be in London. I don't think it'll be in Manchester, but
but that ever happens, like I said, they're gonna yell at me. My bank's gonna be like, no, don't do it. I'm like, but I have to. It's gonna be like, no, you don't. Oh, but I do.
Yeah, but they could easily sell out Wembley. Easily.
Yeah. Cody has just tweeted out, new era now. We're about to start.
2 minutes. Do we think we'll know more on Cody's switching over to SmackDown today? Is he going to work between both, or is he going to come straight over to SmackDown? Or wait till the draft? Might find out today.
Who knows? Who knows?
Do you think they're going to wait to the draft to say what's happening with Cody, or
Probably.
I don't see the point because you know
Probably wait for the draft. Yeah,
I think they're better just putting him on SmackDown.
True, but he'll probably be doing both until they officially draft him because he was drafted to Raw.
Yeah.
He has SmackDown's title, so he has to be on SmackDown, but he was also drafted to Raw. So I think in this period before the draft happens again, he's technically on both shows until the draft happens.
It's got to be a big trade for Cody though.
His first draft pick is getting Cody. Let's just how it.
Yeah.
The last time it was SmackDown, they got first draft pick, then they drafted Cody, you know?
Yeah.
They drafted Roman, who was champion at the time, to SmackDown. That's who won.
Yeah.
Which was honestly weird how they did the draft, because last time there was a draft, SmackDown didn't actually have a leader.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they did the draft, because it was literally just like Adam Pearce drafting against himself last year.
Yeah. I think
it's like you going up against, like, you set yourself as all the characters, Johnno, and you're just drafting against yourself.
Yeah. I think Raw's first pick is Damian Priest and the Judgment Day.
I like the. I will say this. I like the new WWE intro.
I do. Yeah. Because last year when they did it, it was. Oh, here we go.
Yep. We're showing the replay of Cody becoming champion.
Two, three, finish the story. And the new disputed WWE champion, American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. She did so well at announcing all weekend, didn't she?
She was very emotional with it. You know, people complained about her emotion.
Posh new graphics.
Yep. We're going to be starting with Cody Rhodes, Johnno. There we go. That's the
One royal family. Your new champion.
Lean in my soul. That's what we're getting here soon, Johnno.
In my soul, and we on drove, moving on and off the feet. I heard it's hit about to blow. 808 to start the show.
Lights to walk about. Whoa.
Who's younger? Gentlemen, welcome. A new
Universal champion.
American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Do you acknowledge your American Nightmare?
No, I acknowledge it's the tribal pig. Remember when the Peppa Pig side is like Pennsylvania? I acknowledge the tribal pork.
Yeah. You and me to start a ship.
Someone has a 619 signed. Then they're right there for Raven cereal.
About my kingdom. Yeah.
I have a bit of a concern here, John.
What?
I don't see green shirt guy. He's not in his usual spot. Either that or he's wearing a different shirt, which also concerns me.
Yeah. Sold out today. For SmackDown. Which
Yeah,
is
but green
not
shirt
right.
guy should be here, John. He's at everyone.
Go.
Unless it's a Europe PLE, he's at everyone, John.
So, what do you want to talk about?
You deserve it.
Love it.
You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve. Someone has a solo versus Max. Solo tweeted out a very long time ago that he hates Mets. So people started bullying him about Matt's problems. Jono
Yeah.
and Solo deleted his Twitter. What do we want to talk about?
Definitely the line he's done.
What do we want to talk about, Jono?
Right.
What do we want to talk about? He's wearing a watch, Jono.
Yeah.
It's a fancy watch. That's weird. Rocky sucks. Rocky sucks. Rocky sucks. Apparently being camp allows you to swear on TV, Jono. And not be censored, you know? Even though bleeps didn't keep up with him there, Joe.
You might be waiting a while if you stand in that exact spot.
I was gonna say, like, you're gonna have to wait for them to come back to Detroit. If we're standing right there. Then you'll be coming to Scotland, hopefully. It's not going to be Santos Escobar, Cody. Cody, it won't be Santos Escobar. Well, I would love it if it was, Cody.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
They've got history, Jono. Both used to be Bullet Club. You know?
Yeah.
Kevin Owens. You've sold me. Kevin versus Cody at Backlash. Let's go. Forget Kevin lost.
Very sold out. Sold out or not?
Very sold out. If this is very sold out, Jono, I wonder what Scotland will look like. And there's one or two people with the jackets you want, Jono.
Yeah, I really want it. It's so nice. It was £100 there.
You come at the king. You better not miss, Jono.
Love it.
It's Cody Rhodes.
Desirable. Undeniable. Now you're undisputed WWE champion. I did wonder if Roman was going to come out there.
There's Bailey. I like the new hairstyle for Bailey that she debuted at WrestleMania with the blue.
LWO.
There's the LWO, Selena Vega with her Naruto cosplay. That's the outfit design there. It's the Naruto style.
Ooh, Bloodline. Ooh, no. Oh, no.
Bloodline.
Ah!
They're taking over the Bloodline's room.
You're not invited.
There's a broom closet down there.
I'll take care of this.
Yeah, so they were kicked to a broom closet. We know that. That's the story of the judge. Jono, that's the story of the bloodline now, Jono. They're relegated to the broom closet.
Yeah.
I did like their use of Kevin Owens there, like saying that, "Oh, you're not invited to the broom closet down the road."
There's going to be bloodline interference with this.
You think?
Yeah, because he said to Solo.
But maybe they wait till the actual final.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
You know? They might wait till next week to interfere.
Over the tournament, there's going to be interference from bloodline.
I'm
anyway,
saying they might wait for the final next week to actually interfere.
Yeah.
Although I don't think any of them are beating Cody. I think it'll be a squash match, the two of them.
Yeah, definitely.
But they got to win their thing back sometimes.
There are moments in life when a man has got to do what a man has got to do.
So Solo needs to know. Jono.
Needs to win a match first.
Yeah, but there's moments.
The amount of people on my Twitter who said that it's going to be Solo who takes it. You can't win a match, but you think it's going to be Cody. You think it's going to be Cody.
Look at you now, boy.
And Bloodline are going to try and find.
I'll just talk about Solo taking down Cody.
And if you continue with that, I'll leave.
I want Solo to show up and go like, "I'm gonna take you," and then Cody hits him with a.
I know your mom.
Adverts are the same in the new era.
Exactly.
Haven't changed the boring adverts. I'd be interested to see what they're doing with SmackDown, because obviously Raw's been announced that later in the year it's going to Netflix, but they've not said anything about SmackDown at all.
Be interesting.
Because they literally only announced Raw, they didn't announce SmackDown or NXT.
I wonder if we're going to see the Judgment Day in the broom closet.
Yeah.
We have a Sami Zayn package for his match against Chad Gable in his home.
Last time he had a match in his hometown, it was against Roman for the title.
Sheamus returns next week on Monday Night Raw.
Definitely Sheamus. They've just recently put him just after. That's a hint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we're definitely getting the Sheamus to get the IC title. We're doing that push again.
What a weekend.
Snoop by dog. And this was still a weird match. I had no idea what Lil Wayne was rapping this entire time. No yeet.
Yeet.
It's a super kick spam attack button. It's Mr.
Did
Slim
you
Jim.
know? Did you know that match was sponsored by Slim Jim?
I did not know that. Yeah. Did you know that we're sponsored by Progressive Insurance and SmackDown?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, here's Bobby. The Almighty.
Righty.
And the
It would
crew.
be a good match, Bobby Lashley versus Cody, but I don't think he's on that picture yet. I don't think he's done anything to prove that he's main event ready yet. Again.
Just call them by their faction name. Why do we keep calling them? They made a faction name called the Pride, Grandma.
Yeah.
They listed them on the official website as the Pride.
Yeah.
You know? But yet they keep introducing us Bobby Lashley, B-Fab, and the Street Profits. Why give them a name at all?
Love the Lightning.
No, but that's all I'm saying, John, is why did we give them a name for their faction if we're never going to call them by the faction name?
Yeah, I know.
It's just very dumb.
Anyone in the comments, let us know who you think's going to win the
Number
chance
one
to
contendership.
take on your American Nightmare and your undisputed champion, Cody Rhodes.
I'm sorry if all the Roman crybabies are upset by that. I apologize. We said the blasphemy word.
And toss Escobar.
Oh no, it's Carlito. Just about. La Gago del Fantasma.
Ooh. Bit of
Who was it, Jonna? Have you figured out the mystery? Who attacked Dragon
we
Lee?
have. I think we have.
Gonna be a man that loves the taste of an apple.
I
don't know, Jonna. It's a tough one. I think we may need more clues.
Maybe it was it's a way of getting back into the story, and it's back into the main roster, and it is what's the name, attacking people behind the scenes again, like he did on NXT.
Carmelo Hayes just came up here out of nowhere. Like, yeah.
Just randomly attacked. And adverts.
Welcome to non-pay-per-view. The only thing will be weird, John, when we're actually at SmackDown, we won't get the adverts. We'll see the match. Continue, John.
Yeah, it was very good when I was at SmackDown and didn't have to watch adverts.
And then we'll get to see the actual sponsorships appear on the screen when we're in the pay-per-view.
Have they announced there's going to be adverts on Netflix?
No. We know nothing about the Netflix deal, Joe, other than the fact that it's happening.
Because normally you don't get adverts on Netflix. So I'm guessing they pay.
Rumors are there's no adverts.
It would
But
help,
also
especially with Raw, because he wants to get it down to 2 hours, doesn't he?
He doesn't like the third hour of Raw.
So he needs to do the same with SmackDown. But maybe SmackDown goes Prime. That'd be huge. That's what I'd do. I'd put SmackDown on Prime. Well, I'd put both on the same, but if I was them and they wanted to make money,
Yeah.
maybe you put SmackDown on Amazon Prime, and on Netflix you have Raw.
Possibly. It's different for Netflix because Netflix, this will be one of the first times, because you don't normally get live shows on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's a big move for them to go into the live game.
Prime have done it already with Prem. They like Prem games now, don't they?
Only in England. They don't show Prime and football games in other countries. I still view your 3 o'clock blockout is a stupid rule.
Oh yeah, it's fucking stupid.
When the game's at 3 a.m., I gotta hope that if United game's at 3 a.m., I gotta hope that the Irish channel that shows one match, we show one 3 p.m. match. I gotta hope it's a match that I actually want to see at 3 p.m. that they chose.
It's fucking stupid rule. Especially, I understand why they used to do it so people go to the game.
Yeah.
But they now make more money off the TV deal than people going to the games now. So that should be priority.
Santos is just getting his ass kicked here off camera. That's clearly what happened, John. Santos got beaten up off camera. LA Knight is having a nap. Currently, everyone, if you're wondering.
Both of these had big matches at WrestleMania. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh. Kick to the feet there from
If you're watching and enjoying the watch along, make sure you drop a subscribe. We really appreciate it.
If you want to see a watch along of the Speed Championship, I'll get that for you. I don't know if anyone wants it, but I'll do it. Will JD McDonough become your first Speed Champion? We still don't know what they win by winning it, but they win the Speed Championship.
Ooh. Hey, night. Yeah. Oh, oh. Interference.
I mean, there's no disqualification of the triple threat, you know? Elgato del Fantasma.
I think there's more interference. They're not winning this.
Good Bobby.
There's going to be more interference. He's not.
Let's have to show up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would assume the Street Profits, his faction.
Yeah. There you go.
So we now know that the new feud for Elgato del Fantasma.
Yeah.
Street Profits.
Yeah.
After WrestleMania, we now know the feuds of these two groups.
Yeah. Whoa.
Who wins this?
LA Knight. Oh.
Oh, BFT.
Two.
This is it.
3. Hold it. Yeah. Ignite.
Poor Cruz with that arm brace. Because he got attacked by Ridge Holland on NXT. Selena Vega always has some brilliant outfits. I love her fit.
Yeah.
And Naruto. She has a gaming channel with Dakota Kai. Selena Vega. Off camera.
Oh, fair.
I like the red mask from Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I do.
Got a bit of Christmassy theme going, you know, green with Dragon Lee, you know, red with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Oh, Silas Kawa.
He's going against his mats. It's the mats problem. It's Solo versus mats. Oh, it's the bloodline. It's the entire bloodline.
So, the Hall of Famer is man. Heyman. Uso. Uno so Koa. Will he get
I've got the perfect title for this next segment, John.
Will Solo win a match one day?
Will he win again, John? He's not won in a while. Will he win a match again? He's walking out of the ring with the bloodline. Mind you, the bloodline is basically just Jimmy at this point, but you know, the bloodline.
Roman is there somewhere.
Spear from behind to a random fan in the audience.
What do you mean he takes out Solo and it's the end of the bloodline?
Exactly.
Is that enough? I'm on my own now. Screw you.
I do think it's kind of funny that they gave Roman's locker room to Cody.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens is always funny with like, oh yeah, you guys are not invited, but there's a broom closet down there. You know the whole open mic night bitch thing that Cody did in the beginning?
Yeah.
That was his wife.
I just
That was Brandy Rhodes that did that to Jade Cargill on AEW.
Okay.
By the way, in Detroit. The bloodline has lost our locker room. Oh no.
I thought that was the perfect gift. What had the bloodline got to say here?
We'll see, but we have to go back to last weekend first, Gemma. Gotta get the recap. Welcome to WrestleMania. Here comes Jade Cargill.
Not if any Judgment Day are there. Ooh, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Heyman.
Oh. He flipped it. He flipped it.
He flipped the script.
He's going after Seth.
Phoenix.
Oh, what we got here?
Solo about to actually talk. He about to turn on Roman. He's about to turn on Roman, isn't he?
Ooh, is he taking over the bloodline?
Is he about to turn on Roman right here and now? Is he about to turn on Jimmy? Is he about to kill Jimmy?
No, he's hugging him.
I've been here before.
I love it.
No, he's about to take out Jimmy.
Yeah.
No.
Is that Jay?
No, that's a different Fatu, Jonathan.
Oh. Hey.
That's another guy, that you were talking about, Joe.
Bloodline war.
I told you he was about to betray Jimmy there, John. I didn't like the way he was looking. You know?
Jays are going to come out and save him. Oh, no.
Paul Heyman doesn't agree with this.
I love it.
I knew he was about to betray Jimmy. Jono.
Who? Is he about to spite?
No, he's basically like, you put your finger up, Paul.
Cool Roman Reigns.
He's grabbed the phone. He's destroyed his only contact with the tribal chief, Jono.
I mentioned about some people saying that it was going to be like 2 bloodlines. A heel and a...
Now has to be changed. The Solo's had enough of failure. Crowd is chanting Yeet, but there's no sign of Jay whatsoever. Well, Jimmy's dead.
Come on, Jay.
Well, I think this is just Jimmy getting beaten up.
So that happened.
Jimmy's dead. Well, maybe he goes back to Jay now.
Yeah. I reckon that's under the Rock's request.
Mm.
He said new leadership, and I reckon that new leadership's Rock.
Because that was definitely on Paul Heyman's cards. Paul Heyman was like, no, what are you doing? Paul Heyman was not a fan of that at all. So now the segment has changed to Jimmy's been murdered live. That is what we watched right there, John.
Maybe this new Sakaya will be maybe he's had enough of keep losing because supporting the bloodline, he's gonna be the Sakaya we know he can be.
John, I called the moment he was like, we need change, sick of fighter, and started walking towards Jimmy. I knew he was about to betray Jimmy. And the hug made it even more suspicious. So Solo never hugs anyone, John. He barely even gives you a high five.
Yeah.
You should be suspicious when that man shows emotion to you.
Yeah. So, anyone in chat who expected that?
I don't think I expected that to happen tonight.
So, is the bloodline a thing now, or is there 2 bloodlines?
I guess the tribal heir is trying to take the tribal throne.
Is there two bloodlines now? Is there one bloodline? It's
No, I think without the tribal chief here, I think Sola's trying to take the tribe, be the tribal heir. You know, he's tribal heir. I think he's trying to become tribal chief.
Yeah.
Tribal heir took things into his own hands there.
What is Twitter saying about that?
As someone says, Solo think he's the tribal chief now. And Solo's taking charge. Someone said another ad. We just came back from one. What the fuck?
Is he Solo's brother, or what's the relation? Because we knew he was signed, but I never understand the tree. Yeah, so how is he related on the tree?
He's the son of Haku, my friend.
Ah, okay. Who's Haku? Sorry. I'm still trying to get this to make sense. Ooh, yeah. Ron Brecker. 1-4. The new.
You think the thing is about the Haku. Haku is not exactly Samoan.
Yeah.
He is Tangolese, but he was kind of taken in by Johnson's family.
Okay.
You know, he was kind of like my brother from another. You're gonna get that vibe.
Yeah.
Where The Rock called him Uncle Haku.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Rock has always considered him family. Family.
Ron Breaker's a tank.
Cameron Grimes is dead. Cameron Grimes is dead.
It's going to be an easy win for Ron Breaker, I think.
That's what I'm saying, Jono. Grimes is dead. Yeah. Grimes has not been on TV in like a month. Yeah. Man has not been on TV for a month. He is dead. So essentially, Tonga is not really Samoan, but they consider him Samoan because his families have been very close.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So by the story, he is Samoan. We're just gonna say that he is Samoan for story purposes.
He's won already.
You know. I did tell you Grimes was dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
The moment his opponent was the man. Grimes has not been on TV for over a month.
Yeah. I definitely think. I definitely think Bron Breakker will be the new Paul Heyman guy.
Example. Good thing he's not being paid by the hour. He would have to show a lot of restraint there. They're just trying to build him up by feeding him the fodder characters. Yeah.
Mm.
He did the Howl of the Wolf Dogs, but you don't have your fellow wolf dogs, my friend. No. You want a recap, John?
Paul Levesque era. Yeah. Right.
You guys ready for recap time? Hey, look, it's the D&D campaign. For about 2 seconds.
It's 5 minutes. And Damien has already had the championship longer than his Judgment team at Judgment Day.
All I'm saying, this run was not longer. All I'm saying is Finn Balor at least was champion longer than Drew this current time. You know?
Yeah.
Finn at least had a longer reign than Drew McIntyre.
Oh, she looks different.
She's completely changed her outfit from what she came in. She went up to the makeup studio, and like the moment she came in, she did not have that much makeup on when she arrived. Inspiring. Powerful. WWE official championships. Feel like a champion. Spend $1,000 on this one belt. Feel like a champion. Although your bank account won't feel like a champion, it will feel like it just lost as many times as Solo Sikoa.
Nah, but he's the tribal heir now. He's the tribal chief now.
He wishes.
Yeah. Do you acknowledge Solo Sikoa as your new tribal chief?
I would acknowledge Roman quicker.
Let everyone in the chat, do you acknowledge your new tribal chief?
Is that where we're going to have to go? We're going to have to go to Clash in Scotland and acknowledge Solo Sikoa.
Headbutt, yay.
I can only assume while Solo was in his head at that moment, when they were talking about consequences and actions, this is just what was playing in Solo's head the entire time.
No, Solo!
That's the program that was running in Solo's head the entire time.
And it's now going to be Solo saying that about the new enforcer, because he's the
Tonga.
tribal chief.
Tonga!
It's a new one.
Although this pretty much confirms Roman's coming back as a good guy because it's his team is going.
Which is going to be weird.
Yeah. It's going to be weird seeing good guy Roman, but he has to come back as a good guy. It's going to be
He's going to be a heel. It's going to be so. He's going to be a
babyface.
Babyface, and it's going to be so weird.
The tribal babyface.
Paul Heyman is so confused right now.
Yeah.
Don't forget, go boys. A certain old tribal chief is still there.
I replied to your what just happened tweet. Oh, poor Jimmy, he did not deserve this. I think this is the long build up for the Rock versus Roman.
Definitely. Yeah.
Hype packet for Mr. Styles.
I like you, AJ Styles, but you're not being Cody. Sorry.
We already had this match, AJ Styles. We already saw you lose, AJ Styles. Oh. Barely time.
You women's world champ.
How long before damage control interrupts?
New entrance as well.
How long do you think before Dakota Kai interrupts?
Any minute. I can't wait.
Benny was always my champion. CM Punk was right.
I like the jacket.
A good jacket. I like the jacket. I love that the crowd at WrestleMania were singing the "Hey, hey, Bailey."
They were at SmackDown in London as well.
Mm. So they will. If she's at the Scotland show, they will at the Scotland. Well, what is our champion gonna say? You do deserve it, Bailey. You do deserve it,
You
Bailey.
deserve it.
And if anyone, she does deserve it. She was on a mad losing streak last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said it before, but I do like Bailey's new hairstyle.
Mm.
The blue and purple is quite a good combination.
People are calling Backlash Solo and Thing versus Jay and Jimmy tag match.
I mean, Jay has always said the option is open to be the Usos again. But imagine we get that, Jono. No, hear me out. Bloodline Civil War again at the English show. Close of the castle.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Scottish, but
Class of the Castle. Bloodline
I've
Civil
even
War.
got. Have I got it here?
That's what I'm saying, John. We run it back.
Bloodline Civil War.
Then we run it back with the Usos versus this new. We even add Jacob into it just for fun.
Yeah.
In fairness, in amateur role, they're letting her speak more than I thought. No, not damage control. Tiffany Stratton. Every time, John.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bailey's out here dancing. I don't mean to alarm you here, Naomi. But your husband just got murdered like 20 minutes ago. You should be more concerned about that. Your husband literally just got murdered in the last segment, John. We're getting an advert for the draft, but all I'm saying, John, I feel like she should be more concerned with the fact that her husband just got murdered like 15 minutes ago. It's just what I'd be slightly more concerned about that one.
Are you ready for the draft?
Ready for the draft. Starting on SmackDown. CM Punk on both nights. He's going to announce where him and Drew are going on holidays. on the draft. What is he gonna do? He's gonna announce that him and Drew McIntyre are burying the hatchet, Johnno, and they're going for a picnic in Scotland. You know, go for a nice picnic in Scotland.
Oh,
That'll be the match. It won't even be a match, Johnno. CM Punk will just be there with a picnic basket in the middle of the arena.
he's just going to announce first thing, whatever happens, me, Seth, and Drew are on the same bloody show because I need to beat him up.
Second of all, I invite Drew McIntyre to Scotland in June to have a picnic in the center of the ring.
And also, how I'm here, AEW, screw you.
Exactly.
He'll just say that randomly in the draft. Wouldn't it be funny if they just made they used him in the draft to announce MJF to SmackDown or Raw from AEW? That'd be hilarious.
Yep. He's gonna announce that Seth's been drafted to the hospital. To a hospital event.
What happened to the match?
We're gonna intro on If Jimmy's Dead.
Oh, it's Paul.
Okay, is Jimmy dead? This is the new segment right here.
No. Hello. Solo Sokoa.
Now was he saying he got orders from Roman, or was he saying he's the tribal chief? You know, is Solo calling himself the tribal chief, John?
Yes. I believe he is. He's taken over. But her husband is in intensive care.
Yeah, her husband is still very dead. We got no update. We just got him
Yes,
he's shaking his head. He's still very dead.
Ooh.
We have the misses. We have two misses here, by the way, John. We have the misses of Jimmy and the misses of Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh yeah.
Whose partner is better? Is it Ludwig Kaiser's partner or Jimmy's?
So does Bailey want Naomi versus Bailey at Backlash? Then? That's gonna hurt. Do you think either of these beat Bailey at Backlash?
No. I don't think any of the champions lose their first match.
Yeah.
Advert. Back to this one. And Johnny, we have a lot to talk about there. Solo Sikoa. What do you think his plan is here?
I reckon he's got orders from The Rock.
Do you think they're talking about The Rock when he says orders by the tribal chief?
Indeed. I reckon you're going to have Roman's bloodline versus The Rock's bloodline.
It's very interesting scenario. But if someone checked on Jimmy, I need to know Jimmy's condition, John. I don't need a shake of the head. I need to know if Jimmy's all right.
Well, he was dead after facing Jay. Now he's very dead. Do Bloodline 1 and Bloodline 2 supposed to stay on SmackDown now?
Probably have to. I mean, now you definitely need Jacob Fatu to show up. You know?
Yeah.
Jimmy could use another Fatu.
New
Like
era
all of that.
Bloodline.
Listen, all of that felt like this when that was happening, Joe.
Stop! He's already dead. Stop! He's already
That's what I felt for Jimmy, you know? He's already dead. He didn't need any of that, Jono. He's already dead.
We've still not seen Roman though.
We have not seen Roman, you are correct.
And he is here. So there's more to this tonight. I'm getting at Backlash or next week?
Who knows?
It's not said. You need to win because you need to check on. You need to check on your husband. Oh,
You're emoting while your husband is very much dead. What are you doing, woman?
maybe she'll be part of the new bloodline with Jimmy.
If Jimmy's alive, man had his head in a chair before they clamped him.
Oh, that hurt. Before the swap, if this is all happening, I reckon this was the plan with The Rock all along, and the collapse of the bloodline. I think they were telling the truth.
Because he said he doesn't want to show The Rock sit at the head of the table. So The Rock told Cody, you beat Roman on night 2, but on night 1, The Rock beat you. Keep that in mind. You know?
Yeah. One, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm wins.
Now, finally, go check on your husband.
Run. He's dead. Run. She's clearly not got the message. Yeah, she clearly doesn't know.
Hey, look, it's the people that don't want to show up. SmackDown tag team terms, the A-Town Down Under part-timers.
Yeah. Only Theory is allergic to not winning championships at WrestleMania.
We should test it next year by having him lose. Newcastle Republic and the Three Brothers. Like all this. Next week we will find out who faces Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
And Austin Theory. in their tag title defense. You want to know how it's interesting, Johnno? This match is going to be really weird for me because I want Kevin and Rey Mysterio to win. I know it's not possible for two people to win the triple threat, Johnno. But I want it to be possible.
Some new people in here. Let us know what you're thinking of the show. And has anyone heard from Jimmy? Because
We need to put out a missing person for the last scene getting murdered on live TV.
and what does this mean for the bloodline? What does Solo Sikoa mean about orders from the tribal chief? Does he mean himself? Is he the new tribal chief? Was he the new tribal chief? Was Rock the tribal chief? Is Roman the tribal chief?
Is Jacob Fatu the tribal chief? You imagine that, John? It's just Jacob Fatu the entire time, pulling all the strings.
Or is Jay the tribal chief?
It was never just me. He just comes out. It was never just me. Who's bam.
Yay. I'm the tribal chief, yay.
No, but first of all, he has to go up to Jimmy. Bro, it was never just me, Oos. The returning Rikishi comes back as the tribal chief. Still think he should have showed up at the match against, even if he was just there.
Yeah, I really thought you.
He didn't have to
thought you
do
would turn
anything. He didn't have to be a ref. He just, if you knew he was just there to be like a tribal observer of the combat, you know?
Yeah.
You know, do the whole tribe thing where like he's there as an observer, the tribal observer. Why I'm here.
I think it's become more clear when Roman turns up. I still think we'll get a Roman segment because he is there.
Yeah, Solo Sikoa taking leadership currently of the Bloodline, kicked Jimmy Uso out, putting Tonga in. He wants to keep Heyman, and he won't let Heyman call Roman Reigns. In the scenario we have so far.
All sold out there.
It's a 12 consecutive sellout, I believe. Yeah.
And we're hopefully going to be at one of those sellouts in a few months.
Exactly.
Jesus.
14, 15 consecutive, 16,
18.
17, 18 consecutive sellout. You look, it's the random people queuing up to go toilet, probably.
They went to see Roman because Roman hasn't got a locker room anymore, so his toilet, he's
Yeah.
in the toilet.
The loo. The broom closet, like they said earlier. Oh. Johnny, you ready for recap time?
He did it.
Job. Do you believe in miracles? Sami Zayn did it. It's the prime car. It's prime mobile, Johnny.
Yeah.
Look, it's I show speed. Oh no, Randy has just killed him. Hey, look, it's Logan.
Logan Paul Levesque era. Oh, Chelsea Green's back.
I don't think it'll catch on. Maybe she's here for a rematch, Johnny. Oh, it's Piper Nevin too. The Scottish one. She's bound to be at the Clash of the Castle.
Yeah.
Piper Niven. Very Scottish. No. I would be surprised if she didn't have a match at the Castle. Piper.
Yeah.
They used to be women's tag champs. Well, we got to see a manager segment.
Oh god. Who have they got? They're going to battle not to have them. Send them to NXT.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon it is? It's going to be someone ridiculous again.
The Jade Cargill again. It's Jade Cargill again. It's Jade Cargill and Bianca. Let's be honest, John. It's going to be Jade Cargill and Bianca. The rematch, John. The rematch we all wanted. It's going to be Bianca.
It's going to... They're probably just Cargill versus them two. Cargill still wins. I literally think it is.
It's the Storm. It's an opponents. It is opponents.
Cargill and Ripley, imagine.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Well, who's a partner? Is it Bianca Belair like I predicted, John?
I reckon it is, yeah. Yeah.
Jono, I'm going to give you a very quick prediction here.
I think they
Chelsea
might.
Green's dead. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven should have probably just left Chelsea Green at home.
Who do you think's going to win this match? Yeah, who do you think's going to win?
You know what? I think Chelsea has a real good chance of being completely destroyed. Yeah, I think Chelsea Green has this. No.
Yeah. Tagged already. Oh, she wants Cargill. Oh,
Bit of static there, Donna. Did you see that?
Sorry?
Bit of static on the screen there.
Yeah. Ouch.
That's one. They mentioned Clash of the Castle Scotland, John.
Yeah.
Piper Niven, very Scottish.
Oh, no.
Chelsea run. Chelsea run. 2, 3. Kick out Chelsea. You can do it.
These two are taking down Damage Control. 100%. Yeah, these two are going to be tag champs and take down.
Yep.
Give
Hello, Kevin.
Uh-huh.
No. Dumb shade there. I have a little message down for you, Donna.
No.
On the Tron at the bottom.
Okay. Oh, I love Kevin Owens. I just don't understand how he's.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Johnno believes this is
Yeah.
fully justified. He's always funny, Kevin Owens. I'm gonna be honest. I would also take the Tiger belt. I love Tigers.
Yeah.
That was laying around. I'd be like Kevin. With my belt now.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens. Oh, you know what time it is, Jono? Advertier. I wouldn't be surprised if Sheamus waits until that match is done. They're probably going to main event Monday Night Raw. He's going to wait until it's done, you know.
Yeah.
The return. Might get heel Sheamus because Simon's a good guy.
Yeah.
Now, question is, Jonna, do we, when, you know the way Solo is creating his own team, imagine if Solo
Yeah.
gets another person on his team and we have Roman and the Usos versus Solo and his two team.
I think that's what's happening. Yeah.
You know, 6-man tag team match like a SummerSlam to protect Roman coming back since he hasn't been away for 4 months. Have him in a 6-man tag match at SummerSlam. Or one of these pay-per-views that he shows up in.
We need names. We can't just call them Bloodline 1 and Bloodline 2. It'll get very confusing. Anyone in chat, let us know what you think is going to happen with the new Bloodline story.
Tribal warfare, that's what's going to happen, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Another one of these.
You're going to have to get a new one, Jono, when you're going to have the Roman and the Usos on one side and then The Rock Solo and...
This is a relevant time to put it up. As it happens again.
Jay says they have a twin instinct where they stick to each other. I imagine Jay just sitting there eating breakfast or something, just suddenly feeling, I feel a disturbance.
There was disturbance in the bloodline.
This is a presence I've not felt since. You know the way he
Jay has been openly saying as well that the bloodline story isn't over and it's only just beginning. So,
and he also said many times to Jimmy leading up to their fight, no matter what happens in their fight, the offer will always be open to come back to be the Usos.
But you've got to leave Roman, is what he said.
But he said, yeah, but you got to do it away from the bloodline. You can't be in the bloodline. Well, next Friday, Bailey Bailey versus Naomi next one. We have a tag match to see who faces Austin and Grayson. Street Profits, Newcastle Republic, that of a tag man, the Authors of Pain.
Newcastle Republic for me.
It's going to be really weird. Sheamus is returning back on Monday, Johnno. His group, Ridge Holland, is left and is down by NXT.
Yeah.
And his other teammate, Butch, has now become Pete Dunne again. And with a different team.
Yeah. It's going to be a solo, isn't he?
No, it's kind of funny. He left when he had a team. He had an entire team like the Brawling Brutes. And now he's come back and there's no Brawling Brutes.
Yeah.
This is AJ Styles. With his new team song. That debuted at WrestleMania. We don't want none.
I reckon we're going to get a WrestleMania repeat here. Both of them have to put their WrestleMania loss to side.
There's two people that lost at WrestleMania versus a guy who won at WrestleMania. Yeah.
Yeah.
All rise for Rey Mysterio. The greatest luchador of all time.
I'd watch your back, mate.
Carlito, you keep those apples to yourself. Such a cool mask. I said this earlier, but I like the red.
Yeah, I like that.
Happy 412 day? What's that?
This is the main event. Do you think we're going to get a Roman segment or not? It's got about 13 minutes left of the show. No.
Yeah, that's one done. Cannonball. You know what's about to happen, Jono? Yay.
You think Chelsea Green's going to stop requesting matches?
No, I feel like she's now going to go to NXT and complain there. And then somehow on NXT, Jade Cargill's going to show up. on NXT.
Is Solo Sikoa the new tribal chief?
We'd love to talk about when we eventually go to this podcast again, when we bring that back for a new episode.
Indeed.
The tribal takeover is what I like to call it.
Solo. Everyone's saying Solo Sikoa is the new tribal chief.
Well, Roman did make him the tribal heir like a month ago. Maybe he thinks the tribal chief lost, so the tribal heir needs to be there now.
Yeah.
Adrenaline in my soul. Oh my God, it's Cody Rhodes. Something, 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 Cody Rhodes. Ready for me to start the show. This is the main event.
Yeah. I'm not sure I don't think we are going to get a Roman segment.
Might have just been a red herring to get people to come in.
Yeah.
They did it with Cody one time. Remember when they advertised Cody to be in the show and he just wasn't?
Yeah.
Oh, what a counter by Ray. You don't want none. Anyway, you know the way I called out the green glitch earlier?
Yeah.
I still think we're teasing Uncle Howdy here with these glitches that are coming through every now and again.
Yeah.
They're very intentional glitches.
Yeah.
No, not the 6-1 stopper.
See, I don't have an anger problem. I have an idiot problem.
You don't superplex Kevin Owens. It never works. I love Rey Mysterio's moveset.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Kevin, what are you doing here? Oh God. Kevin, you just murdered everyone, including yourself.
Jesus. Oh. Six one and could he?
It's gonna be the one person I don't want to win, but I know he's gonna win is AJ Styles.
Yeah. Two, three, rematch.
I knew it was coming, but I wanted the other two
Yeah.
people to win.
Yeah. Okay. Stay up.
Okay, see you, John.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the end of SmackDown.
I really thought we'd get something from Roman on losing the title.
Well, we got it from the ears of the voice of Paul Heyman. And we know what the Bloodline's doing. They're imploding and creating a sub faction.
Bloodline 1 and Bloodline 2.
And Jimmy's been kicked out and murdered. We'll have to wait for an update, probably from his brother Jay. We have Naomi versus Bailey as her competitor.
Yeah.
We have a tag match, contender match next week.
Yeah.
We have Cody Rhodes will face either AJ Styles or LA Knight. Probably a Backlash.
Yeah, Backlash, yeah.
And Jey Uso has to face Damien. We knew that from Monday, so we have pretty much most fights. You'd assume Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. Indeed. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That was interesting.
was interesting. A lot to talk about from next time we talk.
Yeah, Jimmy is dead.
Will Jimmy revive himself and run straight to Jay and say, "Forgive me, brother. I've seen the error of my ways because Solar tried to murder me." And someone tell Naomi that her husband is eating through a straw tonight.
Maybe it's going to be Backlash battle for Paul Heyman. Custody of Paul Heyman.
Winner gets the ball.
Custody of Paul Heyman.
Now. Clash of the first round. There's going to be multiple rounds of the battle for Paul Heyman. The first battle is a Backlash. Second battle is a Clash of the Castle. And accumulates in a best of 3 at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
For Paul.
And then he would have just had enough and then come out with Braun Breaker anyway.
Exactly. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.